broadcasting.
We are live.
There, now we're live. So let people start coming in, and it might be a slow day because like I said, I totally forgot about the Super Bowl.
We don't watch TV.
I had completely forgot about it. Yeah, we don't.
And like I saw all the weird stuff that they do where, you know, each team has like a little pig lid and they see which one makes it down first to guess who's going to win. I saw all that while I was at the dealership getting the oil changed on the van, and it never registered. Never registered what it was. I'm like, what do they do with those pigs? I was like, well, oh, yeah, Super Bowl.
Hi, Southern Yankee Homestead. Hey, Bob, how you doing? Yeah, so I watched football a lot, probably 10, 15 years ago, and then I got completely hooked on NASCAR, and I didn't watch so much football, and then now I just don't watch any sports. I'm not anti-sports. I guess finding the time or whatever is.
Yeah.
It's a time thing. Well, and honestly, I mean, I would stopped watching sports right around that same time frame because I bartended. So when you're bartending, you have to know what the sports are and who's playing and names so that you can have conversations about it. But anymore, I don't know who's even playing in the Super Bowl this year.
Well, what kind of bartender doesn't have a drink in front of me right now?
That's a long distance bartender.
Hi, Stephanie. Oh, keeping it Dutch. Hey, if anybody noticed the other day, I got Dutched the other night. We did. Dutch had this thing where he sent people over to select videos of us, and if you look randomly at some of our videos, it says you've been Dutched, and
Really,
keeping it Dutch had sent some people over there. So, yeah, that was a good live show we did right then. So, what are you guys warm up there today? We're about 35 today. It's kind of like a heat wave.
it's, I think it hit 27-ish. It's going to top out about 30. It's supposed to, but the wind is kicking it today. So
now we're in very
I didn't think the wind was blowing until I looked out and saw that my bag of trash from CJ's feed stall has made its way down the driveway. I'm like, oh, apparently it's windy. So I gotta go clean that up in a bit.
Stefan, see how I goofed it up? And if everybody knows me, well, everybody should know me by now. I can't talk anyway. So
he can't pronounce anything.
If I pronounce a name wrong, I'm really sorry. That's me. Now, we're in very southern Michigan. We're about a half an hour from the Ohio border, right?
Yeah.
Now, you guys are considerably farther north than us. How much farther north are you?
So this is the mitten, right?
Right.
We're literally right here.
Right. So you are probably a good, what,
4 hours or so, yeah, I think.
4 hours or so?
We're about 3 hours from Oakland County, so
180 miles north of Detroit.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, it takes us on a really good day about a half hour to get to the Detroit, or an hour and a half to get to the Detroit area.
Yeah, hour and a half.
You guys gonna go play?
No, we're gonna do.
well, they went to Frankenmuth recently. How long does it take us to get to Frankenmuth?
2 hours north of Frankenmuth.
Well, I'm sorry. What was that? I got kids yelling at me here.
2 hours north of Frankenmuth.
Oh, okay. And Frankenmuth took us 2.5 hours.
Yes.
Almost 2.5. Right.
Yeah, almost 2.5.
All right. So more people showing up.
He likes your channel because you can't talk.
Yes. Morning, Wheat Tree. Hey, I'm gonna put a wrench here on Wheat Tree. I'd like to get some more moderators going. We're at moderator. Yeah. Let's wrench Dutch. Dutch wrenched me the other day. And guys,
see, that sounds like a mean
I know it does sound like
It does.
I'm pretty sure if my brother said that to me, it would be a very mean thing he was gonna do.
I wasn't sure what you were saying until I saw the icon.
Well, let's go ahead and get started, everybody. As you know, I'm Mike.
I'm Jenny.
Pratt Family Homestead, and we got some friends of ours, Leisa and Phil from Suttons Daze channel with us.
Hello.
And we're just gonna hang out and chat a little bit today with them. And
stop shaking
I shake
the
this
table.
bad,
Oh my gosh, you're gonna make somebody nauseous.
And if all of Suttons Daze information is in the description of this video, so please go check out her YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. She's got a website. We interact with them quite a bit.
Yep.
I'd like to say, because people have been asking, and even Lisa asked, the hat is still hanging in there. It hasn't quite died yet. So
Somebody's got to reach up there and yank that string.
she wants to so bad. If you guys caught our other live stream also with Dan and Ashley from the Grass-Fed Homestead, Jenny spent a lot of time on the computer answering questions. We're not going to do that.
Nope.
We're going to focus on chatting. We've got the chat window right here, so we're going to try and keep an eye on the chat as well, and try. If you have questions, please put them in caps. Why don't you wrench Amy? If you have questions, please put them in caps so we can see them. Moderators, please promote the heck out of Suttons Daze channel. All that info is in the description of this video. So, with that said, why don't you?
Whoa,
That's Della.
What was that?
Della.
She wanted to say hello.
Party, party.
It wasn't even next to me.
We'll get to introductions in a second, but Lisa, you guys got anything or
As far as,
anything? Say hi or whatever, anything. And
hi, everybody. This one's Phil. I'm Lisa.
Hi.
oh, I got to admit, I always screw up your name, Lisa. What my eyeballs
Oh my
see your name printed like on a website or even a chat or something. My brain scrambles it up, and I always say Leslie.
Always. Every
I
single
know,
time. I'm like, who are you talking about? Oh, Suttons Daze. That's Lisa. Like, what's wrong with you?
You're not the only one. It's actually kind of common. People like throwing extra vowels in there to make sense, or extra consonants to make sense of the extra vowels. But I remember the video, I think about the hats, where you couldn't get my name straight. And I laughed so hard. I just sat here laughing.
It's what he does.
That's me. That's funny. So what I like to start out with, and I copy this for some other channels, is everybody please type up, let us know what YouTube channels that you're watching, or even websites, but go ahead and give your shout outs. Let us read off some of your shout outs for other channels. We always like finding new content to watch, and it's amazing all the content out there on YouTube, and not necessarily our channel, but other channels you can learn a lot of stuff from.
There are a lot of great channels, and I'm always finding new homesteading channels, new prepping channels to participate with. So it's a good thing. I love shout outs.
Right. Wholesome Roots just said Art and Breeze, one of theirs. Art and Breeze, I've heard a lot about, and I've watched a little. I keep wanting to get over there and watch more. But,
Wholesome Roots is one that I found because of your last live chat.
yep, exactly. Me too.
Joined
Yep.
them. Yep.
And they just went ahead and said Grass-Fed Homestead. Yeah, Road to the Farm, A Farm Girl in the Making, Esther Emery, and so many. Yeah, that's what Amy says. Now, Amy, do we need to talk about how to search YouTube with the A Farm Girl in the Making? I was watching one of the Fuel Homestead's live chat, and she had A Farm Girl in the Making in there. She said, don't just type in A Farm Girl. You won't get what you're looking for. Type in A Farm Girl in the Making. That was hilarious. Alderman Farms, Guildbrook Farm. I have not heard of that one. Check that out.
They're a great channel. They're definitely worth a look-see.
Okay, excellent. Amy, LOL, right? Deep South Homestead. Yes, actually, I'm smoking a pork belly today. It's been curing all week, and I'm smoking a pork belly today. And I inspired, I guess, by Danny over there at Deep South Homestead. And
He needs to stop watching videos.
and he's even answered a couple of questions of mine. So, Mud Pie Girl 2.
Tater's Garden. I haven't heard
Tater's
of Tater's Garden.
Tater's Garden. I have not heard of that one either.
I'll have to check that one out.
Yeah.
I should write these down.
Yeah. I'm so Instagram's here. How you doing? So let's go ahead and Lisa, if you guys have some shout outs you want to do?
I do. We have two of them. One of them you just mentioned, my buddy Mandy over at I'm So Instagram. She's a brand new YouTube channel. She's got quite a following on Instagram. She is the Thelma to my Louise. She really is. Tons of fun, always makes me laugh. And you definitely will learn something. And she has the same toilet paper addiction that I have. You can never have enough toilet paper. You just can't. So she believes in that as much as I do. Oh, see, you guys, yay. Phil bonded with the FedEx guy when my toilet paper shipment showed up, okay? The FedEx guy could not figure out, these are big, bulky boxes. Why are they so light? And he's like, you don't want to know, my wife. Okay. So,
well, if I may real quick, I will echo I'm So Instagram, or not echo, but very interactive with us. And I didn't even know that there was a YouTube channel, but I went and looked just the other day, and there are some they're putting up videos now. So yes, very interactive. I'm So Instagram. We've enjoyed it a lot.
She says hail to the TP. And then we also, toilet paper just makes you laugh, guys. And then another great Michigander. I'm really big on promoting Michigan as much as I can. And another great Michigan channel is Prepper Potpourri. And that woman is a wealth of knowledge. Just recently, she did a video on a battery-operated chainsaw. Okay, I want to go get one now.
I saw that. I have not seen the video, but I did see that.
Battery-operated chainsaw. And I can't work the really big ones. So we have one of those little $50 Kmart ones, you know, that's electric to work through small stuff. But now I'm kind of interested in that battery-operated chainsaw.
It lasts about as long as she does.
You mentioned the chainsaw. I think, was that just today or yesterday we were talking about that?
What?
I've got to get out.
Depends on what we were talking about.
I've got to get out and start cutting wood because maple syrup's right around the corner.
That was yesterday and today.
Yeah. So, yeah. So
I don't use a chainsaw. That's not safe.
See? I'm going to be like, Jenny, no.
Nope. That's off limits for me.
Yeah, that's.
I know better.
Jenny talked about a motorcycle at one time.
I used to ride dirt bikes, but like, I don't know. I just get less graceful as I get older. It's just not safe.
Oh, man.
Prepper Potpourri that's another channel that I have enjoyed. In fact, well, how do I want to do this? We are coming up on our 1-year anniversary on YouTube. We are going to have a contest here soon. I'm not going to go into the details of it right here, but we'll have a contest soon. And anyways, we'll just leave it at that. We'll have a contest soon. Keep an eye out for it. It's going to be a fun contest. If you want a little sneak peek on it, it's going to be, if you saw Hope's Homestead just had a contest, it's going to be kind of like that. But Permaculture Homestead's also having a contest, and I got some ideas from that one as well. So I told Hope's Homestead already. I was totally copying her idea. So if it was her idea, I don't know if it was her idea. But so going with that, our 1st year anniversary theme, do you know how you found our channel?
No.
Okay, my first shout out, we're gonna do a real quick string of shout outs here, kind of documenting how
we came about.
We're over 4,000 subscribers now, and we had a ton of help with that. That was not us.
No.
We've had a ton of help with that. I'm gonna do a short little deal here real quick, but my first shout out is going to go to the person that did a shout out video to us when I first put up our very first video a year ago, well, March 8th, I believe. And I had been interacting with him on his channel, on his Facebook, and everything else. And I put up a video. I just got it in my head one day to do a video, and Andrew did it with me. And turned around, and he did this shout out video. He was the only subscriber, and we only had one video. Is that ringing any bells?
No.
I'll give you another hint. On his homesteading channel, he has not done a whole lot lately, but he says he's going to start doing it again.
Southeastern Michigan Homestead.
Correct. Matt from Southeast Michigan.
Okay.
Did a shout out video, and a whole bunch of people from all over, including Eric, Life and Farmland. saw that video and came over and liked our channel. But I believe Suttons Daze was probably one of the first 5 subscribers that we had.
Wow.
Same with Prepper Potpourri, Michigan Snow Pony, and some other Michigan ones here that I'm drawing a blank on, and I know I shouldn't be, but I am.
I was gonna say those are all Michigan channels. Wow.
Yeah, and we gained immediately. Now back then this seemed like a really big deal, but we gained 12 to 15 subscribers right then. We went from nothing to 15, and it was like, oh my gosh, we got 15 subscribers. So my shout out's gonna start there with Matt from Southeast Michigan Homestead. Did that shout out. We got like 15 subscribers. Then we went to the conference that I'm gonna pronounce wrong. Jenny, take a break. Pronounce the conference.
The Great Appalachian Homesteading Conference.
Appalachian Homesteading Conference. And doing that little series got us some subs. And then we met Doug and Stacy there, and Doug did a great job of promoting us, and he just jumped right in there with us. So by the end of the conference, we're at about 70, 80 subscribers. And then we hit 100 subscribers. We did a 100 subscriber giveaway, and Michigan Snow Pony did a whole video on us, a shout out video. And she's got like 25,000 subs or whatever. Well, we jumped like 400 subs right then.
It was crazy.
It was crazy.
It's like, well, what was the point of doing the 100? Because now I got to turn around and do like a 500.
And so then other channels we got involved with the Frugal Family Meals, Tangi the Caver Wife, and Amanda from
The
Fundamental Home with all the frugal meals. And so that obviously brought us subscribers. And then Eric Life and Farmland just did a video, and he bumped us over the 4,000 mark. And so we've had a lot of help, and we really appreciate all of it. So that was kind of our hopefully short little shout out segment there. Wasn't that short?
Nothing's ever short.
So yeah, I'm glad that memory came back there about who that was just neat that Matt had put out that video, and he was our only subscriber when we had the one video, and we jumped up to about 15.
That's big. That's really, I can't believe it's only been a year.
Yeah.
Are you saying it seems like you've been watching us for years?
You know, it just seems. Wow, that came out wrong, didn't it?
No, I just made it wrong. It did not come out wrong. I just made it wrong.
I remember Jenny going to Doug and Stacy's and doing the video there. And was that when you went to go get CJ?
That's when I went to go meet him.
Meet CJ, yep. And I remember Mike working his way into the intro, the YouTube, so.
I didn't start that like in the beginning. I was like, no, it was like well over half of our videos. You didn't do that before you started doing it. And now it's kind of like,
yep,
all the time.
Now
you just expect it.
And we still get comments. I get scared every time. I jump out of my skin every time you start a video.
I stand next to him and I know he's going to do it. And sometimes it's like, it's right in my ear.
That was another good point as far as the whole kind of like shout out thing is Jenny did from that conference. Doug and Stacy just immediately said, well, on your way down to southwest Missouri,
yes,
just stop by our place. And Jenny's like,
what?
Okay.
I don't know you.
And stop by Doug and Stacy's place, open arms. They were gracious to her, and
that was awesome.
Posted a video about meeting Doug and Stacy, so all that helped with subscribers.
I've never seen Guinea before, and as soon as we pulled in, and we're in a little rental car, I'm used to my van, and we're in this tiny little rental car, and the car is just instantly swarmed with Guinea, and I'm like, what is that? And why is it making that noise at me? Thankfully, Stacy came out the door and was like, come on in. I'm like, okay, are you going to eat me? I'm like, I don't know what this is. That was great.
Oh, I'm so Instagram says frugal is how they found our channel. So, Thunder Ridge Homestead is here. How you doing? Oh, Doug and Stacy are here. How you doing? Brad, Tina. Let's talk about something real quick. Unless you have something to want to talk about, Lisa, I got a question for you.
Go ahead.
Now, you and I have actually IM'd quite a bit about pigs, and I've actually went ahead and you weren't really suggesting to me, but you told me what you do basically as far as pricing pigs and selling pigs, and I'm not gonna lie, I copied every word that you said and I implemented it.
Okay, good.
So, but you said you're downsizing pigs this year, or not doing them all. I forget. I don't know if you want to talk about that a little.
We're downsizing this year. In all fairness, I should have downsized last year because last summer we knew that Phil was going to be having some different medical things taken care of, but I can't say no. So when people come up and say, oh, will you do a pig for us? Will you do a pig for us? I went from, 2 to 11. So, you know, and he was going to be out of commission for most of last summer. So that made it a little interesting. But this year we made a decision that we're going, and we've done 8, we've done 10,
14.
we've done 14, and we've done 11. So we started off with big numbers because why start slow when you do anything, you know? So I see Jenny shaking her head, but this year we made a conscious decision, and we're keeping each other honest with it because it's really hard to do. And we are going to stay with 3 pigs. 3 pigs?
4.
3 pigs. So, okay. Because we are unsure about what we're doing this year. We are contemplating looking for some additional property. We currently have 6 acres. And it's in the area that we're in, it's very wooded, and it's not really conducive to cows. And Della the dog really wants a cow. Okay. So we're kind of looking around to see what our options are. Real estate market right now slow because it's wintertime. And all of a sudden there was like this huge spurt of real estate activity in the fall, and all the stuff that had been sitting there for the last 5 years that I was looking at was bought up. So now we're just kind of waiting to see what kicks in there. And we have enough trouble loading pigs on D-Day. I don't want to load them to move them and then do D-Day too. So that would not be fun.
We actually like that.
And he has mentioned like starting the piglets closer to the house, and then when they get a little bit bigger and the weather gets warmer, moving them out. Just because of hauling water, you know, I mean, it's Michigan, we can freeze in May. And I'm like, no, I don't want to keep moving the pigs. It's a pain to move the pigs, and we actually move the pigs.
This year, though, we actually had some pretty good luck with all of it. We moved them, and it was luck, I think.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad.
Hey,
but.
I saw Wholesome Roots asked what kind of pigs. So what kind of pigs do you guys generally raise, or is it all over the board?
It's not all over the board, but there's Duroc. I love Durocs. If we get to the point where I have enough property and I can start breeding, we're going with Durocs. I love them, squishy faces. Hampshires. Mulefoot.
That's it.
Yeah.
Needlefoot. I'm not familiar with that.
Mule, the black ones.
Mulefoot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So those are the ones.
Our first year what was our first year?
They were Berkshire Hampshire cross.
Right, and we raised them in the winter, and they did fantastic. We've got them 1 month after moving here to solidify what we were doing. I had to get a couple pigs.
Pigs were not even on the radar.
Jenny's friend came over and said, "Hey, you guys need pigs," and I was like, "You're right."
Yeah, we moved here the first week of November, and we had the pigs. We got the pigs December 22nd, and I'm like, kidding me?
Yeah, so then after that, Wholesome Roots, I see that you raised a Hereford hog last year. This year I had researched, and I wanted to try Hereford, and this is our second time doing it. So the first year was 2 pigs, and this year we got 4, and I was going to get Hereford Yorkshire cross. I definitely ended up with the one Hereford and I got the Yorks. I'm just not all convinced of where they came from. So, but we had great results with all of it. That Hereford gave us some huge hams.
Oh my gosh. If you are looking for, like, your focus is hams, then Hereford is definitely what you want to do. I mean, we got 4, because they were cut in half. And so we got 4 hams that are almost 10 pounds each. They're huge.
Yeah, we would always make fat butt jokes about that pig too. We like big butts and we can't not lie.
That was the Hereford.
So, but yeah, we really enjoy doing pigs. I can tell you really enjoy doing them too.
I love the pigs. I love the pigs. They are so much fun from the minute you get them until 2 minutes before you try to get them in that trailer on D-Day. After that, I have no qualm getting rid of them because by the time we get them on the trailer, I'm so done. But I enjoy them. I have fun. He started one group that we had on peanut butter cookies, peanut butter dog treats. He was going to bribe them into getting in the trailer. So he was going to teach them with peanut butter dog treats. Okay.
Worked well for 5 months.
Not that critical 6.
No,
Took
not at all.
us 10 hours to load them.
Oh,
Our first 2, it took us like 4 hours to load them, and we tried donuts, Rice Krispie treats, cookies. I mean, we tried everything that we had in the house, and they were like, nope, no interest. But if you had taken them out in a pan and given them to them, they would have gobbled them right up. But getting in that trailer, nope.
well, you guys saw what I did this year. I think the last 2 months, their house was the trailer.
Yeah.
That was their bedding. That was everything. So we took them to the butcher on 2 separate days, 2 one day and 2 about a month later. And all I had to do was keep 2 pigs out. That's all I had to do. And it went easy breezy. I mean,
Yeah, and then the second time, he just went out and shut the trailer while they were sleeping.
yep.
You guys are so lucky. I've never seen anybody load a pig that easy. Both times. It was amazing.
Well, actually, technically, we didn't even load it. We just closed the door on them. They were in there sleeping. Drove off. I will probably forever do that now.
Yeah, I think so.
Except so continuing on the pig story, next year, this coming year, we're planning on doing 10 pigs. And so it'll be, my trailer will not hold 10 pigs as a sleeping unit. So, but I might be able to separate them into areas and get them used to sleeping in a trailer and then take it. I don't know. But that was pretty easy. I liked it.
If you can borrow a livestock trailer, because that's what we did the first few years. We borrowed a livestock trailer, and if you can get it a week or so ahead of time and start feeding them in there, start treating them in there, then it makes a huge difference. But yeah, try to get 10 on the same trailer at the city. Yeah, okay. Good luck.
And if you ask me, a 250-pound pig weighs a lot more than 250 pounds.
Exactly.
They're crazy strong, and pig-headed. I mean, that's where that comes from. But it's a task. It's a lot of fun. I mean, I have tried 3 times now to video when we do that, but we try to run a family-friendly channel, and you can't do it.
You need to edit out that.
Oh man, you can't edit that much. I mean, by the time you're done.
Oh, grass-fed homesteads here. How you guys doing, Dan, Ashley, little buddy? I feel like I've become real good friends with Dan over there at Grass-Fed Homestead. He and I've talked a lot, but so I totally forget the answer to the original question. How many pigs are you doing this year? Oh, it was 3, right? Is that what it was?
It was 3. 3.
Yeah.
3. No, no. Lose one of the. Can't do 5. We're gonna do 2 for us, and then we always raise what we call a barter pig, and we have bartered with people every year. That pig has gone to good use. Our well pump went out, and that pig was our well pump. I mean, just it always works out really well. We're in a real good barter community here. So it seems to work out really good. We may barter one this year for some work on a truck. So
well, we out of the 10 we're doing, at least 2 are going to be for us. We've started this thing where we give each of our parents half a pig. Last year we had them just pay the price of the piglet and the butcher. The butcher is all on them as well. But I think next year they won't even pay for, or this year they won't even pay for the piglet. We'll just have them pay butcher fees. But then we'd have a couple of family rates going out, and then the normal rate that you and I had talked about. But I am doing a barter also, or at least he and I have talked about it. He raises cows, and so basically whatever he sells his beef for, whatever that pig would cost, he's going to give us with beef. So
Sweet.
Kind of a nice little barter system there. And we don't feel like we're really set up to do a cow yet, so that's kind of a good thing to have going. So.
how much property do you guys have there?
We have 10 acres.
Okay.
We have 10 acres with about I'm looking at it right now, probably about an acre of wooded lot, kind of. And then we've got all these buildings which really eat up space. I mean, I'm not going to complain about having the buildings, but really eat up space and make it make it kind of weird to plan out stuff so that you can, you know, walk out the door and take care of this or this. Some stuff we have to have set up kind of far away. And yeah, how much do you guys have?
We're at 6.
6?
And running into the same thing. We've strategically placed our chicken coop because it is the gateway animal. It really is. And but that's actually a great story. I went to buy farm fresh eggs the first summer that we were here from somebody not too far from us, and left there and went and found Phil and said, honey, can we adopt a rooster? Because you know how many eggs you get from roosters, right? Yay. So we threw together a chicken coop in like 2 short weeks, and she ended up gifting us a hen to go with the rooster. And the rest is history. Now we're up to 48 chickens. Mm-hmm.
Wow. Yeah, we've been saying, and we haven't gotten to it yet, but we're downsizing our chickens. We don't have much of a use.
Well, a couple of stray dogs helped us out a little bit with that.
Yes, a couple straight. In fact, I just saw one run through the woods about a half hour ago.
Are you serious?
Yes, but you know, we don't eat the chicken eggs anymore. I don't feel like we have enough chickens to really make enough money selling any eggs. So we're gonna downsize it. Keep a handful around. We're probably counting chickens like you guys are counting pigs.
Yeah.
I say 3 or 4 chickens stay. Jenny says 8 or 9 stay. But we also eat the duck eggs anymore. That's it, because of Andrew's allergies. So
Yeah.
we're gonna be downsizing the chickens, a little less to take care of, stop by and feed, all that stuff.
They
go really good in jars, Jenny.
Oh.
Yeah, if nobody saw that, we might be canning our first meat. If you didn't see what we put on Instagram earlier today, we might be canning our first meat.
He keeps saying, so we're going to can that burger you bought? And I'm like, I have no desire. We don't have time to can. No, I don't really feel like it. It's like, just let me put it in the freezer.
I see Dan at Grass-Fed Homestead has the opposite problem. They have absolutely no buildings, which, yeah, I've seen them build some shelters and stuff for his sheep. But so we're hoping, or I'm hoping, to get some hamburger canned today.
I don't want to.
We don't want to do any seasoning or anything. And we do the same thing with tomato sauce when we can it. We don't flavor it. We don't make spaghetti sauce. We just have it plain so that when it comes out of the jar, we can do what we want to do with it.
Yeah.
And that's it. We've got venison. We've got ground venison. We've got chicken. We have salmon and whitefish, ground beef, and I just tried bacon. I just tried bacon because I wanted to see if it could be done. The government says not to do bacon, so I'm not recommending it. I'm just telling you that I tried bacon to see if it could be done. Okay.
Were you successful, or will we get the hospital report later?
You know, I think I was very successful.
All right. Jenny,
bacon would never make it in the jar.
Jenny, it would never get out of Jenny's hand to go into the jar.
No, this was, and when I did those meat, those bacon wrapped meatloaf and whatnot, you know, earlier this year, I didn't want to use our good bacon from our pigs because I would hate to waste our good bacon. Okay, because our bacon is so good. So Phil went to Save a Lot for me, and they had a 10-pound box of bacon for like $17 or something. So I'm like, okay, that'll work. He picked up 2 of them, and one of them was okay for doing those experiments. It looked like bacon. The other one, no. So that's what I canned because it wasn't even in strips. So I'm like, okay, I'll stuff it into jars, and when I pull it out, I can cook it up more and make it into real bacon bits, you know? So,
sure.
Yeah. So don't use your good bacon.
Speaking of the good bacon, we just got our pigs back from the butcher, right? Mm-hmm. So, and does your butcher do the bacon and all that? I mean, is it, or do you guys do it?
No, they do it.
Okay, that's how ours is too. And we had all the bacon and sausage and all that stuff done for us. So as soon as our pigs came back, I went out and bought a pork belly so that I could learn to make bacon.
Yes.
I was not going to screw up our pigs.
It's very important that you only mess up somebody else's stuff. Yes.
That's right. So we actually, in fact, told you guys before the show started, I might have to duck out here real quick for a quick second, go check on the smoker, because I have those pork bellies going in the smoker right now, and I just want to make sure the smoke's still going. But it's my first time making bacon, and the whole plan is, I mean, almost a third of our cost at the butcher was smoking.
Right.
And so next year I'm hoping I'll do the bacon, I'll do the ham, I'll do the sausage. So this year I spent a lot of time experimenting with sausage recipes, bacon recipes, even ham smoking. So that next year we can save the money on that, and then maybe the following year or the year after do the whole thing ourselves. So
The whole thing?
the whole butcher thing, not involve the butcher at all.
I think I'm gonna be busy that day.
I don't know that we have to get a tractor. We need a tractor so that we can do the whole thing to get it up off the ground. But
yeah, that'll be interesting. My butchering experience is minimal, very, very minimal. So
Mine's even less.
See, and Phil and our friend do deer every deer season. They're out in the barn processing our deer, so they should be able to figure it out.
Yeah, I mean, that's what a couple people have told me. I mean, if you've butchered anything, that you're just butchering something. I mean, it's but I wouldn't want to cut. I wouldn't want to screw up the ham, screw up the bacon.
Duckhead, Homestead, we wouldn't be doing like all 10 on our own. The ones that we're raising for other people, those will take to whatever butcher it is of their choice. The only ones that we would be doing are the ones that are for us.
And we're not doing it this year.
No.
No. Well, this year, what I will do is just have the pig processed all fresh meat. So when it comes back, I'll do the bacon, I'll do the ham and all that. But butchering's a year or two away before I'm comfortable enough with that.
Yeah.
But just even raising 10 pigs is a lot. But
Yeah, how did we go from 4 to 10?
I don't know.
It's so easy, you guys. It's so easy. I do it every year.
When he yells at me because we go from 1 horse to 4 horses, it's the same as going from 4 pigs to 10 pigs.
The pigs have a completely different usefulness.
I have to go with Mike on this one. I do have to go with Mike on this one. The pigs get back big time. Yeah.
Same logic.
All right, I just want to remind everybody it's about 2:37 right now. Jenny and I are trying. So our last 3 live sessions have been like an hour and a half to hour and 45 minutes, and we know people start trailing off at once you go past an hour, people are pretty done. So we are going to keep this at an hour. If you got questions, please put them up in caps, and we'll try to get to them. And other than that, when that hour comes up, Leisa and Phil, I don't want you to feel like we're cutting you off. We're just gonna stop it though, or else we'll talk all day long.
Somebody did ask how many eggs we're getting, and that was near the beginning. Somebody had asked how many eggs we're getting at this time of year. And for us, we do supplemental light because there's no freeloaders in this house. I can't afford them. So we do supplemental light, and we're still averaging 16 to 20 eggs a day from our flock.
Nice. Chicken eggs, we're getting 5.
Yeah,
maybe
5.
But we got 9 duck. We have 9 duck hens, right? Or 8? We have 8 duck hens, and we're usually getting 8 duck eggs a day.
That's good.
Yeah, those ducks lay religiously. Hot, cold outside, it doesn't matter. They're laying.
And we'll go outside. I mean, it will be so cold. And there'll be a duck egg outside. I'm like, why didn't you at least go in the barn, where it's warmer?
Yeah,
what's wrong with you?
The ducks lay down in snowbanks and just sit there and look around. It's like, what?
Weirdest animal.
Now the ducks are a lot nastier than the chickens.
They are. They're gross.
But we eat the duck eggs, pickle them, everything.
Yep, and they're good for Andrew. So.
Yep, and Andrew can have them. So.
I walk barefoot way too much to have ducks.
Oh yeah.
That is even with the chickens, the area that they would fly over the fence and the ducks would come the most was right at part of the kids' play area. And so I had to move all their toys because I did not want them just running out there barefoot and stepping in all the poop. I'm like, no, this is gross.
I'm gonna have Jenny tell you what kind of ducks we have, but I see Duckhead Homestead. She says that her ducks stop laying in the winter. I'm just kind of curious, Duckhead, what kind of ducks you have, and I feel weird calling you Duckhead, by the way. Jenny, what kind of ducks do we have?
We have 4. I guess they're pronounced pekin hens. I call them pekin hens, and rowan drake, and then we have 4 hen crosses between the pekin and the rowan, and 1 cross drake.
Okay, I see Duckhead has khaki Campbells and Indian runners.
See, I've heard that the khaki Campbells are really good layers, like every day, even better than the pekins.
Yeah, and which one? Doug and Stacy really promote the ones that they have. They got the Indian runners, I think.
Right.
I think.
And Patera's got the khaki Campbells, and those are the ones that she talks about.
Yeah, all I know is our ducks, maybe we got freaks of nature too, but our ducks lay every day.
Yeah.
No question asked. Hey, take it easy, grass-fed. Thanks for stopping by.
We were also asked, what do duck eggs taste like?
To me, do you guys have ducks, Lisa?
No.
Okay.
Have you ever had eggs?
We have. Our farmers, there's a farmer's market not too far from us, and they actually sell some there. So we pick some up to give them a try. And they're just, they're a little richer than chicken eggs. So
yeah. What I generally tell people is I don't find a taste difference necessarily in them. But texture-wise, I think even the whites are a little thicker. But the yolks, to me, especially when you start hard-boiling them, the yolks are a lot creamier. A chicken egg hard-boiled, that yolk can be kind of crumbly and stuff. But that chicken or that duck egg yolk is just really kind of creamy and not dry and crumbly.
That makes them killer deviled eggs.
Oh, yeah, I do. Jenny's friends came over not long ago, and I had made deviled eggs, and they just took the rest of them.
They like inhaled half of them and then took the rest.
Betsy and Ben, what's up?
The deviled eggs and homemade bread are their 2 requests when they come out of the house. It's like, okay, we can handle that.
You want to say hi?
Hi.
Just so everybody knows, Andrew's doing good from his surgery. I know we updated Instagram with that a little bit and everything else. So, but all right. Hey, Jenny has a couple things she'd like to ask you guys. Okay, bud. Do you want to stay? Okay. Careful your belly there. Okay, there you go.
One of my questions was, between the 2 of you, like, he's the instigator here and I'm the brakes. Which one of you is the instigator of getting you guys into half of what or most of what it is that you guys do?
Definitely.
Phil says that it's me. I firmly believe that everything should only take about an hour to accomplish, and it normally takes us about a week. So in my mind, when I'm building a chicken coop, it's a piece of cake. Anybody can do this. Slap it up there, you're done, you're good. And it ends up taking a month and a half. And that's everything. Oh, let's put a garden here. Yeah, a week later, we've got it barely started.
Yeah, so the goat shed I was sure that we had to have 3 or 4 months ago isn't done yet.
Not even livable in yet.
I was wondering about that because all of a sudden we stopped hearing about it. Yeah.
It just stopped getting worked on.
Well, it's wintertime. It's wintertime, so.
He knew it was going to be wintertime when he started it.
That has nothing to do with anything. That's where I have to laugh because I totally get Mike. Because I'll be watching something on YouTube or I'll read an article and I go, oh, look, a squirrel. I mean, you just automatically go down that rabbit hole and you have to build it and you have to do it now. And when I say you, I mean, or we, I mean him. I'm like, honey, do you think we can do this?
Yeah, and he's like, well, I can see, building pastures out there and having some cows. And I'm like, really? Who's going to feed those cows? Who's going to haul the stuff out there? It won't be you. It'll be me. And it's like, no, stop it. Stop planning.
He's been a trooper because when we had, we had 14 pigs when it snowed, didn't we? We had 14 pigs into February one time and had to haul water out there. And we can testify to the fact that Little Tyke's wagons are very sturdy. You can put quite a bit of buckets and stuff in there. Yep. And unfortunately it left with the grandkids. So now I'm on the hunt for one. But I mean, we would have to haul out, those kitty litter buckets or the kitty litter jugs, you know what I mean? And a friend of ours saved a bunch of them. So we would fill those up with water and then haul them out there a couple times a day and fill up the water and fill up the food. And we didn't do it. He did it. On the weekends I help, but yeah, for the most part, he does it.
Yeah. Our pigs this year have been, well, actually water has been an issue with us this year for some reason. And I think it's more has to do with the increase in the amount of livestock that we have. Cause we got double the goats now, double the sheep. And last year just wasn't bad during the winter, but this year's been a lot of work. And then those pigs, I could not get those pigs to learn to drink from a watering nipple at all. So we were hauling water nonstop. I'm bound to determine our first pigs that watering nipple, no problem. They took right to it. This year, oh my gosh.
I don't know what happened with them, but they ate all of our honey and still didn't learn how to.
We were smearing all kinds of stuff on there.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Peanut butter and honey.
It didn't work.
Okay.
They took peanut butter and honey right off. Never went for the water.
See, and we've never tried using the watering nipple. We've always used a trough.
We've used the nipples, but it never worked
No, when did we use the nipples?
to start off with. The nipples and the cups, what they hit their nose on.
Oh, the nipples that we have are the ones that actually put their mouth over
They
and
are
Right.
suck.
That's different than the one with the cup.
No, they're hanging on the wall. We've used them.
Okay. I wasn't there for that.
What's the cup one?
The cup one is a cup, and they go up and they hit their nose, and it fills the cup.
Oh, yes.
yeah.
Oh, that. Might have to try
That
that.
didn't work for us. That didn't work for us, mind you.
Okay. Well, the nipples worked for us the first year where they go bite it and
Right.
suck them basically. That worked the first year, but the 4 pigs this year,
They're retarded.
they wanted nothing to do with it. They just, I think they just
They scratched against it. And we're like, that's not what it's for.
I think they liked watching us carry water.
Exactly.
I'm really hoping that these ones learn how to do the nipples, because hauling the water and the trough, when it gets warm, the trough is a kiddie pool to them. So the big ones hop up in there, most of the water comes out, and then you're having to deal with the mud that goes along with that. And we were up to our knees in mud this year, thanks to all that nonsense. So
We were getting ready to leave one day, and I'm like, well, I'm going to haul water out for the pigs real quick. And so I did. I got a bucket of water, hauled it out to them, dumped it in, didn't even make it back to the house. And I heard them dump the bucket. I'm like, are you kidding me? So I come in, I fill the bucket. He's like, what are you doing? I'm watering the pigs. Well, didn't you just do that? Yeah, I did. But the pigs dumped it. So I hauled it back up. And then when they did it again, I'm like, you know what? You can wait till I get back.
Yeah, I see Thunder Ridge just posted a little thinking outside the box. Well, actually, I guess that would be thinking inside the box. She said to put molasses in the water, and when they can
So
get a taste
sweeten the water.
sweeten the water, and when they get a taste of that water, they'll know to go there for the sweetness. And then obviously, I assume you stop doing that once they're used to it.
that's a good idea.
Yeah, or we use lime Kool-Aid mix for the show horses. It masks weird water flavors. Oh, okay, so keep it up. Interesting. I might have to try that. Because I know when we get piglets this year, which I'm on the hunt for piglets, probably almost starting in about a month, those piglets are going to be in a confined area until they're drinking out of nipples. Because especially
be a
for
lot
10
of
pigs,
water.
I'm not hauling water. Well, if I have to, I have to. But
Yeah.
But
We'll do what we have to do. But
oh well.
How hard is it for you to find piglets down there?
right now, we see ads for them like nonstop. We're
Mhm.
just not set quite yet. We finally got all the panels and everything taken down from where the pigs were this year, and we've got to get them implemented into where they'll be for this season.
But the biggest thing of this time of year though is water.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. We have no way to keep it thawed with where they're going to be located.
Right.
So, but right now we see ads for them left and right. So hopefully when we actually,
a lot of those are
Want
factory
them.
rejects that we see those ads for.
Yeah.
Which I don't. Whatever, but
pig,
Are there any other local farmers near you? Because the first couple of years we scattered trying to find them, especially with the quantity that we were looking at and now you're looking at. We scattered trying to find somebody who could supply us with that many. But if you start reaching out now and say we can't take them until this date, then if they've got any sows that are getting ready, then hopefully that makes it easier to obtain them, because we let our guy know last month.
Yeah.
So, you know, just real recently, and because they're all getting ready for 4-H at that time. So
Right.
if you can secure them aside from 4-H, that saves you a lot of heartache.
There's a place, I'm trying to think of how close he is, but Dice Farms or Dice.
Yeah.
Yes. I've been in
Nice.
contact with them. They're relatively in this area, I believe.
Okay.
How far are we driving for pigs? We drove.
No. This isn't the same one.
No. But we drove like 4.5 hours for his goats. The same goats that like bust through the hay mangers and eat everything they're not supposed to. Yeah. 4.5 hours for mischief makers.
I
now I'm like, how far are we driving for pigs?
I was dead set on having kinder goats, and they're not plentiful. So Northern Michigan, Capricorn Acres up there, Simone had them, and I'm glad we hooked up with her. They are great.
She's
people.
been a wealth of information along the way.
I love watching her stuff on Facebook. I didn't know that was your goat person.
Yeah.
I was always drawn to it because I'm like, what a great name, Capricorn Acres. That's
Yeah, she's out of goats now. They got out of the goat business to do a little more family time stuff.
Yep.
And but like just today we were talking with her, and she lets us pick her brain all the time. She's absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, she is.
But back on the pig thing, that Dice Farms, I believe they're pretty close here. But I've also been in contact with a guy down in Ohio. He was in the my shout out in the last video. But if we were looking into possibly doing some breeding, he might have a couple for us.
How far are you from Wauseon, Ohio?
Wauseon, I have no idea.
Just west of Sylvania.
Oh, then we're not far. We're
Not
probably
far, yeah,
probably
I
within
just
an
drove
hour.
through there.
Probably within an hour.
That's all pig farms.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right. We'll have to look into that.
Yeah.
We're I kind of want to try a couple specific different breeds this year. One of them being a red wattle. I want to try. I really like that Hereford. If we got a hold of a couple more Herefords, I wouldn't mind that at all. We got less bacon off that Hereford, bigger hams, but the bacon's good. We got a lot of pork
He
chops.
was a very meaty pig. He wasn't a fatty pig.
Oh, but there was enough fat. There was good fat on him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like in comparison to like how many bags of fat we got from
right.
Yorkshire or whatever they were, to the amount of fat we got back from the Hereford, he was more meaty than what he was fatty.
But if we ended up with Yorks or Berks or what, I'm really not too picky. Bottom line, as long as we had two for us to put in the freezer. I'm not going to be real picky, but it's kind of funny how we are so sold on pork now.
I won't, if we run out, I won't buy it. Unless, I will say that like the meat market that we choose to use for our pigs.
Jerome Country Market.
Yep. I will go there and buy like bacon and stuff if we've run out, but otherwise I will not buy it anywhere else. I'm spoiled now.
I just eat what she puts in front of me.
the only time that I've needed something different was that bacon, because it was an experiment. And I'm gonna do that. But no, you're right. You can't go back to the store-bought. There's such a difference in quality. And I actually have one of our customers, somebody that we raise pig for, and when I told her that we can't do it this year, but I can refer her to somebody else, she said, but did they scratch their pig's ears? Did they pet them? Did they, I said, I don't have a clue, but I'm sure they're fine, but you scratch our pig's ears. I'm like, never mind. Okay, fine. We'll figure out something.
I tell you what, that nice touch though is what makes it all the harder to ship them off too.
It does.
I guess I started, and I was worried about me. We're going to get into rabbits this year. That is the one thing that we are going to add this year is rabbits. And I know, and I'm with you, because I've been saying this now, I think for close to 3 years, because it is the most sustainable meat that you can come across. I mean, it's so easy to reproduce and to stock up on. And it does taste, I swear to you, exactly like chicken. Okay. But, I had the same thing. I'm going, okay, here's this fuzzy, cute little blah, 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 blah. can I do that? And I'm watching videos on how people do it, you know, and I'm going, I don't know if I could actually do that. But I want the fur so that I can tan the hides, because I want to be able to make mittens and stuff with them.
Oh my gosh, she does sound like me.
It's in the water. I don't know, Michigan. Yeah. You know, I want to be able to do all this stuff in my free time, but you know,
Right.
Yes.
okay. I think it would be just great. And to me, that's really important. It's like with the pigs. It's really important to use every single bit that I possibly can. The organ meat ends up coming back to us, and I boil it up for protein for the chickens in the wintertime. You know, the fat and the lard, and this is from not just our two, from any of the ones that we take there that the people don't want it, we get all of theirs too, because I want to make sure that as much of it is used as I can. And the rabbits would be the same thing. I mean, I'd be canning rabbit like crazy and freezing it and what. And he likes rabbit a lot better than he likes chicken. So, and then I have to find something to do with the fur. So when I get some of those tanned or whatnot and all figured out, I'll send you some, Mike. You can have a hat.
There you go. Oh man. Man, look what time it is. It's already 2:56.
Mm-hmm.
Jenny had a couple more quick questions for you.
Okay.
Whatever you would come up with, babe.
What is your favorite thing to can?
Meat. Okay, now I don't know about where you guys are, but where we are, if you sneeze, the power goes out. Okay, and we have 3 freezers. We have 3 now. They're not big chest freezers, you know, the smaller chest freezers, and then one small stand-up freezer, full of pig and beef and chicken, and it freaks me out every time the power goes out. To me, it just makes so much sense. Now, I understand, you know, there's things you can do with chicken breast that you can't do with canned chicken. You know, I get it. So it's nice to have that extra on hand. But to have that meat on the shelf stable, no worries. The power can go out. Anything can happen short of a tornado, you know, and it's going to be there and it's going to be able to feed us. And it's cooked. We don't even have to heat it if we don't want to, you know. That to me is so incredibly important. And the fact that I'm so crazy busy by my own doing, that a really easy, quick dinner is fantastic. Last night, what night was it? No, last night I actually cooked the meat. That doesn't happen very often. But you know, you come home and you want tacos really quick. Tacos are a family favorite all the time, right? I grab a jar of that ground beef and I put the seasoning on it. I heat it up. Poof. I mean, you're talking 5 minutes for something that would otherwise take you about a half an hour to do. It's
pantry fast food.
It really, really is. It really is. We're hooked on. I just canned 11 more pints of chicken this morning, because that's what we go through the most. It was on sale, and so I stocked up on it, and that just gets added to the pantry because we are constantly making chicken salad or using it in soups or that kind of thing, and it's really good, and there's no garbage in it.
When we first moved here, I had the same exact worries about the freezer. We live on a road with 4 other houses, and a power line that runs through the woods and stuff. And we've already lost power here a couple times, but I thought for sure we were going to be losing power all the time, and that just hasn't been the case. But if something ever big did happen and big power outage, I mean, our road with 5 houses on it would be like the last road to get serviced.
We would. We're kind of out there.
It typically is, yeah. We're typically in the last area that gets taken care of. And, you know, in the wintertime, you don't worry about it so much. We've got a wood stove to keep warm, and nothing's going to go bad because of the temperature. But we've had the power go out for a couple days in the dead of August.
Right.
And that's when you start panicking.
Yeah.
Right. Now, while we still have over 50 viewers in here, I didn't really look to see how many we got up to, but I really screwed up in the beginning of this live session, and you never introduced yourself.
I'm not telling you now if you don't know.
But I know that you do you put out videos every day, or is it just about every day?
You know, it's I just about every day. I get tired about one day out of the week, and so I stop. But I try to do just about every day.
You put out a lot of content, a lot of good content. And did that start back in April? Did you start doing that as a Vita?
You know, I was watching Farmer Mima, and she mentioned something about this Vita thing, and I went, "Oh, that sounds like fun. Sure, yeah, okay, I'll do that." and I started doing it, and when you get into the habit of it, it's pretty cool. It's a little challenging some days. I'll come home from work and I'll look at Phil and go, "What am I gonna talk about today? I have no idea." You know.
Well, I remember you saying in one of your videos how much of a challenge it was. I don't know if you were probably, I'm just going to guess, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days into it. And you're like, oh my gosh, I'm going to do it. I'm going to keep doing it, but this is a challenge.
Well, and I don't always realize everything that I do on a day-to-day. I mean, I work a full-time job. I come home, we cook dinner. Phil takes care of 99% of the stuff around here when I'm gone. We've got the animals, we've got obligations. When I first started this, I think I had a different job where I was working weekends and stuff too. So, I mean, it was crazy busy. Now, luckily, I've got a job that lets me stick around 40 to 50. But yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to that day. And we've got a few years on you guys. I'm kind of looking forward to that day when I can just kind of back down and go, oh, you know, I think I'll go take a part-time job at Dollar General or something and live off of what we can do here, you know?
Well, I tell you what. Well, you might have a few years on Jenny. I don't know if you got a few years on me. But, why don't you guys go ahead at, I guess, towards the end of the show here, do an introduction. All about you and your channel and what you guys are doing, your goals, or whatever you want to let people know all about you.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
And go.
Great. Now it's timed. I'm Lisa, and this is
Phil.
Yep. That's normally how it goes when he's in a video with me. My about thing on my channel states that I'm a wannabe artist, brand new homesteader, and we're doing different things with pigs and chickens and gardening, and I have no idea what else. And we do, that's what we do. We love our chickens. We love learning new things. We love sharing what we're learning. We love the pigs. I could talk pig all day long. They are so much fun. And we like sharing. We like sharing what we do. We're always trying to find new ways to do things. If you look at some of our older videos, we try to do things for as inexpensively as we can, otherwise known as cheap. Okay. And so our first pig pen was actually constructed out of pallets. And we were told on a regular basis, that's not going to work. That's not going to work. They're going to get out. It's going to be horrible. They're going to get out all the time. How many times have they gotten out? Never gotten out. We had the pigs in the same pallet pig pen for 3 years. Go ahead, sneeze. Okay, for 3 years. And he's fighting a head cold really bad right now. We enjoyed finding ways to do things frugally like that. I love repurposing things. I love repurposing furniture and different gadgets. And I love canning. I love food. I love the preservation of food. I think if you were to take away food, I would have nothing left to talk about, seriously. My whole day, every day, is spent on what can I stick in jars, what can I freeze, what can I dehydrate, what can I put up, how much can we stockpile. I'm sorry, food and toilet paper. Toilet paper is important, you guys, okay? And so we always kind of border right there on that very fine line between homesteading and prepping. We do teeter on both because I like to make sure that we're good for about a year at least. Good for about a year. And the more sustainable, like you guys are talking, that we can be, the better. And so that really, in a nutshell, is just our goofy channel. Everything is bright colors. The chicken coop is lime green and purple. And their conference room, because our chickens have a conference room, okay? Their conference room is a cantaloupe color, and we have 2 cupolas out in the backyard that are like rainbows. They're just crazy. So everything is really bright colors and crazy because that's kind of what we are. We like to have fun. We like to laugh. We love to meet people, so it's always fun to meet people from YouTube. Unfortunately, all the way up here, we don't meet very many of them, but we're hoping to meet more and more because we're not really travelers. But we just do what we do, and we love sharing it. And so many people have told us over the years, wow, how do you guys do all that? So I'm like, kind of makes sense to make videos of it. It really does. So that's just what we started doing.
Where can you trade a pig for a truck? Come on.
There's a way to do it. We will find it.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's we are working like talk about having supplies for a year out. That is something that we need to work on, but we are to the point right now where we are pretty stocked up good for the year. I mean, over winter at least. Maybe
Right.
not stocked up for a year or whatever, but
That doesn't include canned meat. We will work on that. I do. I mean, while the whole thing weirds me out. 'Cause it's just
Okay, but you like tuna fish, right? No.
yes, she does.
Boy, that answered that question.
That's
But-
canned.
Just like the canned chicken, that's just like the canned tuna. A can of chicken, if you were to make chicken salad out of that,
Awesome.
well, the stuff that you buy at the store, you would have to use 4 of those
right.
plus to equal 1 jar of your own, and the 1 jar of your own costs less than 1 of the canned ones. So it's really just, yeah. I can't recommend it highly enough. I was so excited about that pressure canner giveaway, you guys. I was so excited to be able to give that to somebody to share, to get them all excited about it, because
Did we have 6 entries in that?
you did. You absolutely did. I was pulling for you. I really was. I was hoping to pull Grace's out because I'm like, nobody needs one, like a 4-year-old. But
Just so everybody knows, we sent in, every family member sent in a card for her contest.
it was great. It was great. I've still got them. But it's just so exciting to me to be able to share that kind of thing, because to me, it's so important being able to feed my family and take care of them. That was huge when his son and our grandsons moved in last year. Having that pantry really saved us a lot. It's contagious. See, saved us a lot of money and a lot of worry on food, because we knew we had that backup. So it's a good thing.
Yeah, I agree. And something else that you also touched on, I'd like to echo on about YouTube, and the whole social media community has just been so gracious and nice to everybody. I think you've had a very positive experience. We have had such a positive experience in this last year of being on YouTube, and then we expanded to Instagram. The whole reason we went to Instagram was because at that conference, Doug and Stacy snapped a picture of us and put it on Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
So, let's go open an Instagram account and check this out. And now, as most people know, you can find us on Instagram 5 times a day at least, probably.
It's an easy, fast way to record everything. I mean, if Facebook paid you to be on it, I'd be a multimillionaire right now after 10 years, But they don't. And it filters. If you're on Facebook and you're having issues with a lot of the stuff that's on there lately, Instagram filter, you don't see all that. You don't get that negativity, which to me,
Right.
I have been promoting Facebook literally for 10 years to our local community, to our local businesses. And I'm sorry, I've got a cat in front of me. And for the first time ever, I don't want to be on Facebook. But on Instagram, I'm on it all day long. I'm checking everybody. I'm seeing what's going on. I'm liking, I'm commenting. So between Instagram and YouTube, it's a blast. You meet the nice.
It really is. Yeah, it really is. And we tell people, if you want to stalk us, go to Instagram.
Because they're worth stalking. It's fun.
Well, we get Facebook messages. Hey, I'm not stalking you. Well, okay, yeah, I am.
Yep, it's fun. I love trying to put the names of different people in their channels and stuff together, because they don't always mesh,
And I'm obviously jokingly saying that. People jokingly tell us that we have had no problems with anybody on social media so far. So
Just
we do know. I know, right? It's bound to happen. We're waiting.
You just opened that door. Yep.
Yep, it's open. Here it goes. So I don't know. I don't want to keep everybody here. I know we got Super Bowl going on. Is there anything else you guys like to talk about? I mean, I'm more than open to talk if you have something else you guys want to talk about.
I can't think of anything off the top of my head. This has been a lot of fun. I always enjoy talking to you guys. So this has been a lot. I'm like the three-way chat. I'm always bringing both of you up and talking. But
Right.
it's a good time. It's fun.
It is. It is a lot of fun. Jenny had one more question that I just got to know.
Okay.
To ask real quick. What's your favorite crop to grow?
I'll let you do that one.
Mine is pumpkins.
Oh, okay.
The pigs like them and the kids. I want to get Charlie Brown's Great Pumpkin.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. We fed the pigs a lot of pumpkins. We had one. We had actually our only successful pumpkin grew out of our compost pile,
It was a volunteer plant.
and it was. I don't think you'd even believe me if I told you it was at least 30 by 30.
Oh,
At least 30 foot by 30 foot, and we harvested
well
25
over,
over.
well over 30 pumpkins by the time it finished.
Yeah, and these were pumpkins.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, they
Yeah,
like that.
Some of them were like, well, you can't see on the computer. Here, I'll back up. Probably like that tall or so. They were huge.
That was crazy. That volunteer pumpkin plant was really in the way of a lot of things I wanted to do, but it was fun having it.
All
Well,
over, it grew all over the silo pads and down the yard and through the compost pile. It's like, well, we can't like move it, but okay, we'll just wait.
We shortened our pig pen. We brought it up this year and shortened it. The older part of the pig pen that was no longer being used for that turned into our volunteer pumpkin patch. It was crazy because there's a tradition here in a local cemetery where on Halloween the whole town comes together and they put pumpkins on every single headstone out there, and it actually began to commemorate somebody that had passed that really loved Halloween. So, but it's kept going. Well, they called Phil and said, hey, do you want all these pumpkins? Because they're really conscientious about getting them out of there the very next day, right? Do you want all these pumpkins? And he's like, yeah, sure. And we're both thinking it can't be that many, right? Oh, no. No.
4 truckloads.
And truckloads. I mean, this stuff was piled up. And so we're offloading them and pulling out tea lights at the same time, and we're throwing them into the pig pen. And I think I've got some pictures someplace of pigs just on a mountain of pumpkins, right? It was crazy. We finally, I think the last truck bed full, we just took up to the top of the hill for the deer. We're like, we can't do it anymore. We're done.
Right.
But oh my God, it was so much fun. But the best and there were pumpkins came out in that garden that we didn't toss into that garden. So we have
Pigs tossed them in there.
Yeah, they were refurbished pumpkins. But yep. But they were so, it was great. He had so much fun going out there and threw it all.
You're killing Jenny.
Sorry. It's poop pumpkins. That's what they're called, is poop pumpkins, okay? But they were great. They were really good.
That's so funny.
Made a few people happy.
Right. Mother of many horses, I'm glad to see you came here. Yes, we're just about to go off. She asked if she had missed much. And then somebody asked if we're on every Sunday afternoon. And no, this is a little series that we're maybe starting. This is our second one. We're calling it Homestead Chat, where we're finding friends and like-minded people to just have a conversation here in front of you guys. There may be something regular sometime, I don't know, but it's hard for Jenny and I to come up with a regular schedule of any kind.
I sat down like 1 minute before we had to start. I was scrambling to do some stuff. We're so busy, and I'm trying to catch up from this past week of basically being in a fog.
We may or may not have a regular weekly thing coming up, but it's hard to find that set time every week that nothing's going on to be regular with. So, but hopefully this series that we're doing, we can keep doing this. And these will be whenever the time works for us and the guest. I mean, it could be Wednesday at 11 a.m. or something. Probably not in the middle of the night though.
Yeah.
But
No.
although I'm a night owl.
I'll be sitting here.
So, all right. Well, this has been a lot of fun. Would you like to close with anything, or?
Thank you all for coming out. Thank you for inviting us. This was a lot of fun. Please don't do them in the middle of the night or 11 o'clock on a Wednesday. Okay.
We'll try not to.
All right, guys. So this is our maybe our new series, Homestead Chat. today we're featuring Suttons Daze, Leisa and Phil. We had a great time talking with you guys. Honestly, we could probably talk a couple more hours, but we've had a lot of fun. Tim Beverly, how you doing? I see he showed up. How are those eggs doing? The eggs are doing. I'm going to do a taste test today of the eggs. We might do our first ever Facebook Live later tonight, tasting those pickles eggs that I
One
made.
more thing to do today. Yay!
You better watch out. You're never going to get that meat canned.
Well, wait. I never
Oh,
told
yeah,
you.
yeah, no, it's okay. We'll do the Facebook thing. That's okay.
So, all right. We're going to go ahead and end this. We did pretty good. It's 15 minutes after 3, an hour 15. That's our
Ooh,
best.
that's our shortest.
Yeah. So, all right, I'm going to go ahead and press stop broadcast. Thank you, everybody. Thank you,
Thank
moderators, for helping promote Suttons Daze there. We really appreciate it. And we will talk to everybody later. Bye.
Bye.